Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Will. Welcome to my 8th edition of Sports of the Legend TV. I'm your host, William Mo, and today this is going to be a special episode. I, you know, I usually talk sports and entertainment, and basically I'm going to do something a little different. More on the entertainment side. I wanted to talk about my recent experience meeting Braun Strowman, who's the current Money in the Bank winner, and he's a huge WWE superstar. I met him, saw him a few days ago. I'll tell you my story about that. But of course, if you like this video or this channel, please feel free to subscribe, like it, comment on it, and hit that notification button so you could be notified for future episodes. So with that said, let's just dive right into the story. This happened to me on Saturday afternoon, a few hours after I recently attended a wedding, that day, and I had to go to another event, so I was killing time a bit. So I happened to chill in downtown Brooklyn, and I noticed a huge dude and a lady passing by, but I was just minding my own business, didn't really think anything of it. And as he passed by me with my back turned, he happened to spoke to her. And I didn't know what he said, but he was like, he just said something like this. I don't remember what he said, and I'm like, wait a minute. As I'm dumping the soda I just drunk, I was like, wait a minute. That can't be him. I'm like, is that Braun Strowman? In my mind, I said that in my mind, like a cartoon character. I can literally see like the light bulb flash in my head, because Braun Strowman has like that distinctive voice. He sounds like Hulk Hogan a bit, So once he spoke, I'm like, wait a minute. Then I turned around, and he was still walking away, and from behind he had the whole build as him, about the size and everything, the tattoos on the arms and everything. And I'm like, wait a minute, is that him? I'm like, I don't know. But then afterwards, I had a light bulb in my head. I'm like, well, SummerSlam. This was Saturday afternoon, so I'm like, SummerSlam is in Brooklyn tomorrow. So it is possible, in the realm of possibility. So then, as I'm looking, I noticed there was a kid getting an autograph from him. I'd say the kid's about 9 years old or so. So the kid got the autograph from him, and like all the way down the street. So I'm like, so then in my mind, I was like, that must be Braun Strowman. Like I said, like as if I was like a cartoon character or like a sitcom. The only thing was missing was the laugh track, like, bah! But it was I was like, wow, Braun Strowman was just there, popped up. So afterwards, for the purpose of sharing this story, maybe like a minute or so, the kid who was near me, I noticed him, got the autograph, with him. He happened to sit down on the bench. And normally, I just mind my business. I don't like approach people, especially kids, stranger danger, I don't be approaching people's kids like that. So then, for the purpose of the story, I'm like, for me to tell the story, I gotta make sure that, I saw what I saw. So I said, hey kid, was that Braun Strowman? He was like, yeah, that was him, and he said he just went inside the Shake Shack. So I was like, he's like, you're gonna go inside, he's still in there. I was like, I'm not sure if I want to, meet him, because, he was with his significant other, I assume, who the lady was. And I didn't want to, intrude on his privacy. So then the kid, was saying like, hey, he could take a photo. I could help him take a photo, and then he could take a photo for me in return. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. So, I went inside the Shake Shack, and there was already people taking photos with Braun Strowman. And I mean, in case you're not a WWE fan, he's a big star, literally and figuratively speaking. He's the quote-unquote monster among men. He's the current Money in the Bank winner, and for the past 2 days on SummerSlam and Monday Night Raw, he had two failed attempts to cash in the Money in the Bank. I'll dive into that story, in another video. But yeah, this guy is like literally this close to being the next WWE Universal Champion. So back to the story. People were filming him, and I'm going into my phone. The kid spoke to Braun Strowman. I wasn't watching at that point, and then afterwards, I said, "Hey, Braun," to him. I guess he said, "Hey, how you doing?" or something. I don't remember what he said. So I took the photo of the kid, and then afterwards, I noticed he was there, but I was like, I don't want to bug him. I guess I could just say hi. So he turned around. I said, "Hey, Braun," mind you, this was improvisational. I didn't know what I was gonna say, so I was like, "Hey, Braun, you're awesome. God bless you." He was like, "Hey, thanks. You too." So that was basically it. And then afterwards, I was like, what? People are already bothering him already. So unfortunately, I didn't take the photo. So it is what it is. But it was a nice little experience. I said hi. Shook his hand and everything. And I went about my way. But it's just interesting how anything is possible. On the streets of New York. You could just you mind your own business, go off script, and then who knows who you can meet. Maybe I might even meet you. But in all seriousness, you never know what can happen. That's why you just gotta, I guess, take risk and do what you feel God is calling you to do. So it was just a good experience meeting him. It was brief. And that's that. Unfortunately, I didn't have a photo. I didn't take the photo, so I don't have no proof to back up my story. But if people know who I am, they know I'm not gonna make this story up. I mean, what's the point? Anyway, so unfortunately, I don't have a photo to prove it. But it is what it is. But with that said, if you like this story, feel free to comment on it, share it, like it. And of course, hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell for future episodes. So with that, I'm William Ramon. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening to this episode. Peace.